afternoon. My name is Brian Coggio. I'm of counsel with Fish and Richardson in its New York office, as you can tell from the bald head and the gray beard. I've been doing this quite a while. I'm here with my colleague, Kelly Del Dotto. I'll allow her to introduce herself in a minute. But first of all, we want to both thank Lawline for inviting us back. We've done quite a few of these. And thank you, all of you who are listening in live and those who might be hearing this later on tape or on Zoom or whatever. We'll be talking today about the doctrine of equivalence, particularly in pharmaceutical cases, and also some of the stumbling blocks that you might run into in applying it, with particular emphasis in certain aspects of, as you might imagine, prosecution history, estoppel, and one or two other defenses to application of the doctrine that you may or may not have heard of. So I'll turn it over to Kelly now.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Del Dotto. I'm a principal in Fish and Richardson's Delaware office. I focus on life sciences litigation, from Hatch-Waxman cases to competitor-on-competitor cases. That's really been the focus of my practice since becoming a lawyer. So thank you again for having us here. First, I just want to go over the agenda. We have a lot to cover today, so we created an agenda to keep us on track. First, we're going to go over some background on the doctrine of equivalence, looking at the seminal case Graver Tank and the tests for the doctrine of equivalence that have come out of the case law. Then we're going to look at some pharmaceutical cases that have applied DOE, including taking a look at how the different tests have played out for different pharmaceutical products. Brian will then go over some defenses and limitations to the doctrine of equivalence, including prosecution history estoppel, the dedication doctrine, ensnarement, and estoppel from non-US prosecutions. We'll wrap up today's presentation with some tips and tricks to avoid prosecution history estoppel before filing, before amending the claims, and when amending the claims. So let's get started with some background. So what is the doctrine of equivalence? We know from 35 USC section 271, the infringement.
Kelly, are your slides supposed to be up?
They are shown to the viewers.
Oh, okay.
So we know from 35 USC section 271 that whoever